Right now we're on Turquoise Street, which is, I don't know, 4 or 5 blocks from the beach.
Marcella
Turquoise
Bothwell
Street
is a
is also
20-year
the
resident of
connector
Pacific
to La
Beach and
Jolla
chair of the
Boulevard, so it's a
PB
very big
Planning Group.
connector. What's behind me has been a cherished restaurant for decades, which is the French Gourmet. Froggies, I've, played um, games there, and then we have the gym, and then we also have the liquor store.
This modest strip mall could soon become the neighborhood's first high-rise in more than 50 years. Development firm Colonimus is seeking to build 213 apartments over ground floor retail and more than 300 parking spaces. In theory, it's exactly where San Diego needs more housing. It's within walking distance to public transit, in alignment with state and local climate goals, and it's in a high-opportunity neighborhood, rich with good schools, jobs, and amenities. But Bothwell fears the project's height and density will change Pacific Beach for the worse.
We need housing for our firefighters, we need it for our teachers, so they can go and they don't have to make a commute that's like an hour long. We need affordable housing in Pacific Beach and all along the coast. That's not disputed. But the trade-off here is a mockery to a well-intentioned law.
That law is the state's Affordable Housing Density Bonus. It offers developers incentives, like relief from height and density regulations. In exchange, the developer has to subsidize a portion of their homes and rent them below the market rate. San Diego created its own density bonus program in 2016. In 2020, the city's program was written into state law. It's boosted housing production significantly at a time when the scarcity of homes is pushing up prices for everyone.
I mean, I think there are all sorts of unintended consequences that we see from laws all the time.
Catherine Blakespear is a state senator who represents Pacific Beach. She recently sent a letter to state housing officials voicing opposition to the project, which includes 10 affordable homes. Part of her opposition is over a technicality. Most of the apartments in the building will be legally considered visitor accommodations. That's urban planning speak for hotel rooms. But they'll be built just like apartments and can be rented out as long-term housing, which is exactly what the developers plan to do. Blakespear calls this a loophole, though she can't say whether it's illegal.
I think there are ways for us to provide housing for our community that we need while also largely maintaining the neighborhoods that we have and protecting our sensitive coastal resources and providing for a better quality of life for everybody.
The whole point here is that we do not have taxpayer money to continue to just build affordable housing on the backs of taxpayers.
Assemblymember David Alvarez, who represents the South Bay, wrote one of the laws that the proposed high-rise is making use of. AB 1287, signed last year, expanded the density bonus law. It offers developers even more incentives if they include affordable housing for both low-income and moderate-income households. This law also started as a local ordinance in San Diego. Alvarez says it's helping to integrate exclusive neighborhoods by creating a wider variety of housing options.
Through the use of laws, local laws called zoning, we have excluded particular segments of our population from living in certain parts of San Diego, and historically have led to things like a segregated city. And so I firmly believe that people from all walks of life should be able to live in any part of our great state and certainly of our amazing city.
Even still, Alvarez is wary of high-rises popping up all over San Diego's coast, and he's open to changing the density bonus law to clarify the difference between homes and hotels.
And projects like these are great for students because if I graduate next year and I start working in San Diego, where am I supposed to live?
Mike Borisoff is a student at UC San Diego and an advocate for housing policy reforms. He says the proposed high-rise isn't perfect, but that more housing is better than none. And he questions whether any version of the project would satisfy opponents.
This is not the first time, nor will it be the last time, where people come out against housing projects, claiming it's just too big, it's too much, or there's too little affordable housing. The truth is, they say this every time about any development. Be it 5-story affordable housing, or a 3-story apartment, or condo, or duplex, you name it. People are just against development. That's the reason we have an affordability crisis in the state of California.
The city of San Diego is still reviewing the developer's application. Staff have asked state housing officials for help in determining whether the project complies with the law. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.